This video is sponsored by Visible. I called this channel Mr. Mobile because I cover hundreds of mobile tech products every year, but also because I'm almost always on the go. So every year, I try to carve out one video to spotlight the mobile tech that I've kept hold of, built into my daily routine. I'm Michael Fisher, and this is what's in my bag for 2020. Let's start with the monster at the core of it all, the 16-inch MacBook Pro 2019. This is the second newest product in the whole list, so new that I haven't even reviewed it yet, so take this as a sneak peek. This is the MacBook Apple should have made 3 years ago. The return to scissor switches under these keys has made possible a return to reliability that recalls the excellent MacBook Pro from 4 years ago, but the specs are all 2019. Yeah, I've maxed this out, which means it's a $6,000 computer. But for that astronomical price, I get 8 terabytes of storage. I shoot in 4K at 60 frames a second, and I'm constantly drawing on old stock footage, like this, for my videos. I need as much storage as I can get. I also exclusively use Final Cut Pro to build those videos, which is why I was willing to put up with years of faulty MacBook keyboards. Those who need storage but don't want to shell out for a big internal hard drive, get this Samsung SSD. It's not as petite as, say, this prettier one from LaCie, but it's unbelievably fast. Used to be Final Cut was the only reason I stuck with the MacBook, but with the release of macOS Catalina, I have a whole new one. The iPad Pro has been my trusty tablet sidekick since it launched. These cracks are from dropping the thing off my bed because I fall asleep reading books on it every night. Anyway, everyone knows it's a great tablet, but now it's also a great second display. This is a feature called Sidecar, and it lets you extend your MacBook's desktop onto the iPad wirelessly. Get yourself a cheap folding phone stand like this one from Amazon, and bam, dual screens on the go. Now, I'm not going to do runners-up for every category, but I feel compelled to say that if I used a Windows-based video editor, my laptop daily driver would be this one. Check out my full review on the ASUS ZenBook Pro Duo for the details, but suffice it to say, 2 4K screens, 1 body. You guys ready to get weird? Let's start with how I charge all this tech on the go. Not every coffee shop or airport has power outlets, so if you find yourself jonesing for joules, get the Sherpa 100 PD from Goal Zero. Yeah, it's huge compared to ones you might be used to, and it's pricey too, but for good reason. The battery inside is almost as big as you can legally carry aboard an airplane, which means it packs enough power to top up your phone many times before you need to recharge it. That big reserve, plus the 60-watt USB-C port, also means it can juice up my laptop on the go. And I can even charge a phone at the same time, using either the USB-A ports or the Qi charging plate on top. It says something that I'm amped enough about a battery pack to make that horrible pun. But yeah, I love Goal Zero's stuff, and I recommend it to road warriors without hesitation. On the flip side, I'm kind of cooling off on my Bose 700 noise-canceling headphones. Oh, they're still comfortable, and they offer some of the best noise suppression you can get. But shortly after my review, my headset started delivering much shorter battery life than it should. And it's hard to update the software on it because the app is so terrible, and the fact that it doesn't fold up like its predecessors gets on my nerves as I cram more stuff into my bag. I can still recommend them, but I advise people to at least look at the excellent Sony XM3s if they're considering ANC headphones. While we're talking about things you put on your head, everyone always asks me about these shades, which I guess is why ROAV Eyewear sent me a pair on the house. This model is called the Franklin, and there's a reason they're so impossibly thin. They fold once, twice, 3 times into a footprint small enough to slip into your coin pocket. I've scratched the lenses by not using the included carry case, but the hinges are crazy durable. This particular trim is 50% off for Black Friday, so I'll link that below. And speaking of, press time Black Friday is just hours away, so I've put affiliate links for all these products in the description. If you buy something using those links, you'll be helping support the channel, but that had no bearing on product selection for this video. All of these really are products I use every single day. Before we finish with the big ticket items, let's talk about the little stuff in the top pouches. Since I use a MacBook, I'm stuck living that dongle life, but this Stay-Go from 12 South makes it bearable with all the ports I need and a connector that stows neatly away when I'm done. And when the time comes to get low-tech with my writing, this is crazy. In a recent dive into my parents' attic, I found the old Fisher Space Pen my grandmother bought for me in the 1990s. Even though I haven't used it since high school, it still worked the first time I tried to write with it. Its cartridge is pressurized, so you can write upside down, it writes through grease and on oily paper, and it's got this beautiful, timeless design. I never thought I'd wax poetic about a pen, but something this reliable and beautiful for, $20? Ridiculous. And now for the reason everyone thinks I called the channel Mr. Mobile: smartphones. As I said in my review, the iPhone 11 Pro Max works so well with my MacBook, and it packs a set of cameras whose video mode is so capable that I can't not carry it. So that usually hangs out in my side pouch here, but I don't really like using iOS for pretty much anything, honestly. So my primary phone tends to be an Android, and right now, my next primary Android hasn't been released yet. I mean, I carry a Pixel 4 because I like to keep in touch with Google's vision of what its OS should be, no matter how disappointing that can be. But as I teased in my hands-on video from LA, the Motorola Razr is just the perfect blend of nostalgia and futurism for a guy like me. Barring a major disappointment I uncovered during the review process, that's going to be my next Android phone. Next up, the wearable I'll pair with that smartphone. But first, a quick word from my sponsor, who might be able to save you money on your phone bill. That sponsor is Visible, a wireless carrier with no annual contracts, no hidden fees, and a fun new twist on the family plan. With Visible's new Party Pay option, each member is billed separately for the same plan you know and love: unlimited talk, text, hotspot, and data with uncapped speeds on Verizon's 4G LTE network. There's no splitting data, no calculating percentages. Everyone pays a flat fee. And you'll only pay $25 for your first month. You can even bring your own phone to Visible. So join the future of phone service at the link in the description below. Okay, onto that smartwatch, and I warned you, we were gonna get weird. This is the absurdly expensive Garmin MARQ Captain. Yeah, for $1,800, you absolutely deserve a better display than this. But it's a specialty watch built for sailors, a category of people I still occasionally pretend to belong to. Also, it's more limited in functionality, but worlds more reliable than the Wear OS watches I'm always reviewing. And it lasts nearly 2 weeks between charges. There are versions for 5 or 6 specialty fields if you want to really splurge on the pilot, race car driver, or commando in your life this holiday. But honestly, you should probably wait until Garmin brings some sharper screens before shelling out. I'm about to review some other Garmin watches with much better displays, so stay tuned for that. Rounding out the work and play, respectively, the Fuji XT-3 camera and the Nintendo Switch Lite. The camera I was first tempted by when I saw the incredible footage my friends Mark Lansangan and David Imel could get out of theirs, and I was ultimately pushed over the edge by how Fuji managed to pack modern features like USB-C, 4K 60 recording, and dual SD cards into a body that looks like a classic camera my grandfather might have carried. As for the Nintendo, well, you folks know how much I love the full-size Nintendo Switch, but for a mobile companion, for the kind of solo gameplay I usually find myself doing on airplanes, the smaller Switch Lite is a much better choice for center shelf in my bag. And that bag is going to take us out. This is the newest product in this video, version 2 of the extremely popular everyday backpack from Peak Design. The company addressed nearly every one of my issues with version 1. It added padding to the straps so it's more comfortable to carry heavy loads. It added a different coating to the fabric to prevent it from yellowing in the sunlight. It reinforced the padding on the back to keep the foam from popping out. And yes, the new MacBook Pro 16-inch still fits in both the 30-liter and 20-liter trims. I know I won't be alone among my cadre. Peak Design has dominated the mobile tech squad for a few years now, and I'm frequently picking up a colleague's bag thinking it's my own. But I love the everyday backpack so much, it just doesn't matter. Now that I've spelled all that out, boy, there's a lot of expensive stuff in this bag, so I'm gonna pick up a tile to put in it. I haven't tried it out yet, so I can't vouch for it, but David Imel likes his, so I'll link to it in the description as well. Folks, that's my everyday carry for 2020, at least the first half of the year. Quick reminder that all the products in this video are linked in the description below, and my friends at Thrifter and Future Labs will be keeping the links updated leading up to both Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So keep checking back and follow me on Twitter and Instagram to see what deals they've been able to uncover for us. Also in the description, disclosures about which products in this video were provided as review samples and which were purchased by Mr. Mobile. Please subscribe to the Mr. Mobile on YouTube if you'd like to see more tech roundups like this, and let me know what your #1 everyday carry is down in the comments. Until next time, thanks for watching, and stay mobile, my friends.